Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today, you can tell by the intro, we got another G.I. Joe action figure. Once again, this is one of the 6-inch action figures coming from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Now, this one is marked as the Mad Marauders. I guess that's one of the other little special off branches they had in G.I. Joe. Later on in their run on TV, they actually had like the Tiger Strike 4s and all kinds of Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders and stuff like that. So this is one called the Mad Marauders. It's a very cool one. I think it's pretty cool. It's one of the characters I did like back in the day when he first came out. This here is Gabriel Kelly, aka Barbecue. So guys, let's go ahead and let's check out this G.I. Joe action figure. Alright guys, so here we are. Now let's go ahead, let's pull out Barbecue. And here he is. Now, as always, before we actually look at the figure himself, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the packaging for this. As it is very unique because they do the non-plastic packaging for the G.I. Joe. As you can see in the corner, Mad Marauders. I actually picked them up for $5.99 at my local Ross. There's a picture of him right there. Then you got the G.I. Joe Classified Series logo along with Gabriel, Barbecue, Kelly. You got some of the logos and icons here on the side. Number 58 in the G.I. Joe series. And then once again, we got some product shots of the figure here, letting you know how tall he is as well. He is 6.47 inches. Here's the accessories it comes with. And as usual, on the bottom of the box, a bunch of Lego Mumbo Jumbo. And some Lego Mumbo Jumbo on the bottom of the box here. There goes finally my camera focus right. Once again, very cool. Now, this guy does originally on the show when he first appeared on G.I. Joe, he was actually in like a red and gray suit. So this one is a little bit different because these are the colors for the Mad Marauders. But let's go ahead. Let's break the tabs here. And let's get this figure out. Now, I did say these guys, the Hasbro, have been doing this non-plastic packaging where everything is plastic free. And I'm just assuming that's because the price of oil has gone up. So they're trying to keep the price of the plastic action figures down to a minimum. So they're trying not to use as much plastic everywhere else other than the figures. So let's go ahead and slide him out. And once again, I am really enjoying these G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. These things remind me of the ones that I originally used to play with the original G.I. Joe figures, but in a larger scale where you can actually, for someone like me who's a collector, I can actually display these guys, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and get him out of the casing here. Everything I said is pretty much paper or cardboard. But once again, these figures are really nice. They do have nice articulation to them as well. There he goes. Got a lot of accessories, so let's see if I can get him to stand up on his own for right now. Okay, there we go. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Now let's go into his little foot locker and see what accessories he comes with. Let's go ahead and open this up. There's the paper bag right there. Let's move that out the way. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got in here. Move him back a little bit so this way we can actually see some of these accessories. Okay, it looks like we got quite a few things that actually come with Barbecue here. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at them. Oh, gotta get him to stand a little bit better. I guess he's leaning too much to the front. But let's take a look at the figure itself since we already knocked him down. As you can see, he's got some pretty good detail to him. The character himself wasn't very detailed. It was very simple design. They actually added onto it here so you can see it does look pretty cool. Detailing in the boots there and the fire protective gear that he actually wears. Very nicely done. This thing does look really cool. As you can see the back here, it shows the actual thickness of this fire protective gear that he's wearing. You can actually feel like it is an actual thick suit that he's got on, not some flimsy jumper or anything like that. It looks really cool. I actually like this figure. The way they did it looks really, really nice. You got the elbow pads there for the elbows and everything. Now, once again, as always, let's go into the articulation. And as all the G.I. Joe action figures, his head is on a ball joint. His arms can pretty much go out almost 90 degrees, not a full 90 degrees, as you can see here. It's not a full 190 degrees, almost there. He does have a bicep rotation, as you can see here. Now let's see if we can get 90 degrees on the elbow. And we can get close, but we're not going to get a complete fold up on it. Let me see, maybe if we position the elbow this way. It's a little bit better, but not complete 180, but close enough. He doesn't have any tiltage on the wrist. It's just the twist, which is okay. And they do have these little shoulder expansions where you can actually do a little bit extra there. He does have a hip rotation, and as always, the way they design the legs, he can go out to the side 90 degrees and do the splits right there, as you can see. You can see how it lowers down there like that, the way it does. Make sure this side works pretty good because it does have this harness here. So it looks like all that's working there fine. Just making sure. There we go. Because he does have that little clip right there. I believe that's for one of his accessories to hold on to, but I want to make sure he can actually do the bend. He does have a thigh rotation up here. And let's see, with the knees, are we going to get the 180 kick in the butt? Looks like Barbecue's able to kick himself in the rear. Complete fold up, which is really nice. That's good for posing him up on the shelf. He does also have a shin rotation down here. And he has an ankle rotation and an ankle tilt, which is really good. Hopefully I can get it on camera so you guys can see here. This ankle tilt wants to be a pain in the butt. Let me get him to stand up. Hopefully he won't fall on us this time. There we go. Now for his accessories, he does have this big axe, and you can see it's kind of bent. Take a blow dryer to it and warm it up a little bit, and then put it in the fridge. It'll fix that right up. His flamethrower pistol right here, which shoots other chemicals, but a lot of times he does shoot flames, and I believe fire extinguisher material as well. Here's another axe for him to have right here. This is something that he came with in the original G.I. Joe figures. And of course his tank here of chemicals. Not too much to it, very simple. Simple design, but very cool nevertheless. And then we got the hose here that attaches it to the pistol. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can mount all this stuff onto Barbecue right now and get the full effect here of everything going on. There we go. Now let's see. I think his axe mounts down here. Okay. The other axe mounts up here. Trying to see what way this axe mounts up. But being that it's curved, it's going to be kind of hard to mount it. We'll just put it in like this for now, until I can actually get it off to the blow dryer and straighten it out. Guys, that's it. I don't know if you got a lot of you guys noticed, but a simple tip for some of the accessories that you guys get with a lot of these action figures. If they've been bent, if they seem bent or warped in the packaging, simply just take a blow dryer, low heat, put it on there for a couple of seconds till it's warmed up a little bit, straighten it out. And what I like to do is, once I got it straightened and it seems straight enough, I go and I put it straight into the refrigerator, give it like 2 or 3 minutes in there, and then it hardens back up. And then the deformity, the crookedness to the accessories clears right up really fast, and it doesn't do any damage to the accessories. It doesn't warp them or anything like that. It's a real easy way to fix your accessories if they're warped. So that's a little piece of advice from me to you guys. And here we go with, if you actually stand, I wish they did come with stands to hold these guys. I'm gonna have to buy some from one of the local collector spots. But here is Barbecue from the Mad Marauders with the blue and green with all his accessories on them. Looks really cool, guys. And guys, this is where we're gonna end the video for today.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
It's G.I. Joe against Cobra the enemy. Don't let Cobra Commander get away! G.I. Joe!
It's Cobra Commander! He's stealing our missiles! Look, get him, rock and roll! Here comes Grand Slam!
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero.
We saved the missiles! But you gotta get up early to catch Cobra!
Cobra Commander and G.I. Joe figures and equipment each sold separately from Hasbro. Now back to G.I. Joe.
Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to Gabriel Barbecue Kelly, is he worth getting if you're collecting the G.I. Joe action figures? He's definitely a good one to add. Now, I don't know about the Mad Marauder one. I am going to try to see if I can find the original Barbecue action figure. If not, the Mad Marauder one is just as good as any other one to have. These action figures do look really good on the shelves, and like I said, a lot of these characters that they're bringing out are some of the classic G.I. Joe characters from the original cartoon and the original comic books. So to get these guys in these really awesome posable stands is really cool. I've seen some guys doing some amazing photographs with these and some of the other Marvel figures that are coming out in the same scale. So keep it up, guys. I'll try to see if I can find any of those, and I'll post them on Facebook in the Facebook group Nerdvana if I catch any of those photos. Once again, guys, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I come out with a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, do me a favor and smash that like button, as it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.